Hey guys, welcome in. This is Sunny with Fallen Star Alchemy. No longer Sunny Healing Intuitions. So, this is the reading for anyone who resonates with this message for the Gemini new moon. Before I started this video, I was trying to start the video. There's Loki. And I got a call. So there could be a call or a message coming in for you very soon. I take everything that happens during my readings as a sign. So I just wanted to mention that before I forget, but take what resonates, leave the rest for whoever else needs the message. Don't force a story to fit. Not everything I say will resonate, so I just wanted to make sure to bring that through. Also, I am offering personal readings and integrative soul coaching sessions. These are available in the Buy Me a Coffee link that is in the description box below. I will include my email as well as my website that describes a little bit more of what I do, who I am, and what I offer. So let's go ahead and get into it. This Gemini new moon is about new beginnings. It's kind of like the catalyst after the last full moon, and then we have the full moon in Capricorn coming up after that. Loki, you were messing up my lights, bro. All right, well, he's not usually around, so I think that he's transmuting some energies for us because I know I've got a lot moving through me lately. I am kind of in a big transition phase in my life, and I feel like I'm releasing a lot from the inner child, from the wounded father and mother aspects of my life, and just been like going through a huge metamorphosis. So if you resonate with that and you've been feeling kind of under the weather or not as you normally do, take that as a sign that things are moving through. You're in a healing phase. There's a lot of change happening. So let's go ahead and dive into it and see what the theme is for this Gemini new moon. So we have full moon in Leo coming out. Don't let pride get in your way. We have faith in your dreams. And here's the full moon in Leo. And we'll get one more. And a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. So I don't necessarily feel like this is a love reading. I just feel like there is something that is going to be balancing out within relationships, maybe relationships with yourself. Relationship with yourself. There's the full moon in Sagittarius energy coming through in the back. Look at the bigger picture. And then we have show the world the real you. And conclusions are within reach. So I feel like there is a lot of energy with this full moon in Sagittarius that is helping us to release what it was that we needed to release, which is why there is this energy of releasing and healing and a change in the air. One second. Sorry, my cat is getting crazy with the lights. I don't know what is going on. So anyway, there could be disruptions. There's a lot of disruption already happening with this reading. I was going to try to do it outside, but it's mega hot and there's a lot of noise out there. So there could be a little bit of chaos in your world right now. I know I resonate with that just in general. But we're going to go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into the energy of this message. With this full moon in Leo, I feel like that's a very fiery energy. But Leos are prideful, kind of like lions, right? And then we have faith in your dreams and a new romantic cycle begins. I really feel like there is a lot of growth and change happening. You may be getting help from the unseen realms, somebody who is an ancestor or a guide. I just got double confirmation on that. So, or triple. So we have the thinking man and the thinking woman. This is an energy, like I shuffled this deck probably about 4 times before I even started, and then you just saw me shuffle them a little bit more. So the fact that there's 46 and 47, 2 cards that are back to back, of each other in the deck tells me that there is somebody in your world that is helping you. This could be in the physical or the unseen realm, like I said, but we do feel like there's angels around. Rest and rejuvenation could be very significant right now. I feel like this will help you to allow the guidance to come through. I know for me, as I've been sitting in meditation more, I've even been resting a little bit from my workouts because of the energy I'm feeling moving through my body. You know, movement is still important, but not like vigorous, hard movement. Like I feel like right now is a time of softness, allowing our divine feminine energy, which is within all of us, no matter what gender you are, is going to be helpful, because the divine feminine is all about allowing, receiving, being observant of the energy around us. And when we can balance the feminine and masculine aspects within us, we're able to allow that rest without feeling like we're lazy or we're not doing enough, and taking action when it's right, because it's about divine timing. If you go forth too quickly and have too much pride, things can get out of balance within these aspects of yourself. So you really want to balance the rest, the work, the play, the action, a little bit more than you may have in the past. And with Archangel Gabriel here, this is all about the throat. This is a throat activation. This allows us to speak our truth, to set boundaries, to speak up even when our voice shakes, to tell people how we feel when things are, I would say when things are a little bit heightened within the emotions, we're able to still speak our truth and not worry about what others think about that. Always trust your gut and your intuition when you have a feeling about somebody or something in your energy, because it usually is your intuition and your body telling you. Your body will tense up or, you know, give you this kind of weird like gut feeling. Trust it. You could even feel it in the heart space if you're really in tune with your body's emotions. And then we have indecision here. So there could have been a lot of indecision, not sure where you're going. Maybe you've been overthinking things a little too much. But when you take action, make sure that you're not paying attention to what other people are doing. You want to stay true to what your values are, and you want to pay attention to what's coming in for you rather than getting external validation. You want to make sure that you're tapping into your heart and within your emotions, as well as your guidance coming in, okay? Sometimes when we get guidance from the highest realms or from our guides, we will try to seek external validation by telling other people what we get. But that can really stifle the energy that's coming forth for you, because when we're mixing our intuition with other people's energy, we can really get knocked off course with what we truly want. So stay true to your values, what you're looking for, and you'll be able to get clear message and clarity about this decision or the route you want to take. We want to take a route that's unknown. It could be scary, but when things are uncomfortable and scary, that usually means that we're on the precipice of something great. Something that's going to bring clarity, healing, hope, happiness, new beginnings, and newfound freedom is what I'm hearing. So trust it. Trust that you're the essential sun of your life. You will gain clarity and wisdom when you stay true to yourself, your values, and your core essence. And, you know, again, a lot of love is showing up. This is really strange, okay? Because I just had the woman and the man holding a heart. So this could be about your foundation within the relationship with yourself, your spirit, your guides. But I also feel like this is about what it is you want to bring in your life, what you want to create. Finding balance in the things that you usually find heavy. Allowing yourself to sit with it, to be uncomfortable. Because when we are uncomfortable, again, we're close to something great. We're close to something that could be completely blissful. We have another 4 and happy family back here. So I'm seeing 4, 4, 4, 4. We've got 5 showing up twice with 45, and then we've got 50, it breaks down to a 5 with Angel of Strength. So again, you have a lot of love. You are surrounded by love in the unseen realms, and you're being guided. And you may be surrounded with love in your waking life, but you may not see that because you're paying attention to what's going on over here. You know, this envious card here, she's got all that she wants in her hand, but she's looking out to others wanting what they have. But when we do that, we cannot see what it is that we truly want, because, you know, the thing that's sticking out to me is not all gold, or not all that glitters is gold. And that means when you're paying attention to what other people are doing, you may feel like, you know, oh, well, what they did was great. It worked for them, 11/11. But that may not work for you. I have had so much experience with that. And let me tell you, everything I've tried to do that other people have done has not worked for me. Now I'm actually in tune with what I want to do in the way that I want to do it. You know, it's not all about push, force, keep going, even if you're tired. You know, if you work hard, play hard, things will be great. That's not what life is about. It's about tuning into who you are, being vulnerable to sit with yourself and your feelings, and then you gain clarity and wisdom from that, and then you can take action in alignment with how you want to feel. And how you want to feel is usually this beautiful energy of the sun. The yes, the happiness, the joy, the freedom, the clarity and the liberation from everything else that you've had encountered in your life that held you back because you were too worried about how it affected you, that if it happens again, you don't want that. So you do everything you can to avoid this energy, when really everything that has ever challenged you has just been a redirection. It's just been a redirection. Whatever doesn't work out for us is allowing us to be in alignment with what does. And that's why it may seem a little troublesome at the time that it happens. I'm going to get one more from this deck. If it wants to come out. Oh, we got 2. Yeah, there's a lot of healing and balance that is happening right now with this new moon. Again, we have this blue energy coming up, which is all about the throat chakra. I would maybe work with the color blue, study it. I'm wearing blue. Like, I'm wearing this shirt. I've got a blue sports bra underneath, and I've got blue shorts on. And I'm not going anywhere. I didn't mean to, you know, put all this blue on. I just grabbed clothes and put them on. So I feel like this is very significant about speaking your truth, getting quiet, going within, and maybe look up the blue temple. That's really showing up in my mind's eye, which is in the alchemy deck that I'm going to be using at the end. But there's a lot of healing in balance happening. A lot of divine feminine and masculine energy happening. 3 times I've pulled cards where the divine feminine and masculine have been showing up. These are both women, a woman and a man. So I feel like if you can recognize where you may be stuck, looking and sitting with it, what's keeping you all tied up? Is it what you want to change by speaking your truth? Because if you do, then, or if that's what you feel and you're aligned with, I definitely implore you to go within, to figure it out what it is that would be more beneficial for you to speak, and then do that. Take action from there. You know, you're choosing a new journey. We have another card showing up here that shows that there's other directions that you can take. You've got the light, and this is very hermit energy for me. So choose to go within, see what it is that you truly want, Get clear on the action steps that you can take now, not everything that you need to do, just one little tiny action step that you can take right now. And that will put you in alignment with getting out of that stuck energy. You have the key around your neck to get out of this cage, out of this gate. And there's so much more out there. Things that you may have avoided because it was scary and unknown. But the unknown path, the path that you haven't gone down before, is where all the gold is. I'm hearing something outside, so yeah, things may get loud in your world. But I feel like if you can really tap into what it is that you want within yourself and turn off the outside world, you're really going to get information that's going to help you to be in alignment with your highest truth and your highest path. And it's going to help you to expand your vision as you take those steps. You take one step, the next is going to come up and appear to you. And then you take another step, and then maybe there'll be a domino effect of things opening up for you. But whatever it is, once you take that step, you're going to be successful. You're going to be triumphant in this energy. This is like Archangel Michael energy of the sword coming out to cut away the things that no longer resonate for you. Maybe it's your job. Maybe it's your lover. Maybe it's a friendship. Maybe it's the energy of where you're at. Maybe you need to move. You know, maybe you've been thinking about that. Whatever it is for you, personally, this is what this is about. There's some type of energy that needs to be cut away in order for you to be successful in this new journey. Okay, it's about getting out of this energy of suffering and silence. Again, we have all this blue showing up because this is sword energy. Swords are about communication, ideas, thoughts. And it's all about staying silent. It's like when you hit these obstacles, which are those really sharp mountain peaks, it's like you may get scared or back off, you know? You may be scared to speak up when somebody says something that doesn't feel good or in alignment with you. And as you do speak up and stay true to your heart center, you expand. You're able to see what it is that you want. And you've probably been so patient in the process. And you're like, something has to give. How much better can it get than this? Please show me how good it can get, is what I've been saying. And again, we have another one. This is all about new beginnings, this Gemini new moon. It's like we're coming out of this energy of disruption, of this tower moment that's maybe been happening for quite some time now. But the tower isn't here to scare you or to knock you off your path, because you can never be knocked off your path. As long as you're living, you're always on your path, and there is no wrong path. It's just these obstacles that may show up that redirect you. And if you pay attention and you get quiet and still and, you know, stop taking action, stop talking, and stop doing things just for enough time to get bored and to allow like your brain, like sometimes when I sit in meditation and my brain's a bit busy, which will always happen. Your brain is never going to shut up completely when you're meditating. And if you get there, man, you must be an enlightened individual, because, you know, it's just what we do. It's our human thing that happens, right? But when we can sit and allow those thoughts to just come through and allow them to pass by like a cloud in the sky and not get attached, eventually your mind does quiet and that clarity comes through. And you'll be able to tell the difference between the busy mind and the downloads and the messages coming from either your guides, your spirit, or maybe it's your inner self, your inner light, your inner child, your true self, whatever it is. But if you can get quiet long enough to sit and, you know, get in touch with that root chakra, this is where the gold is. This is where everything that you need to release will come up. And if you can just allow it without judgment, you will gain so much clarity and wisdom on what it is that you need to seek. Because what you're seeking is seeking you. Whatever it is that you want is happening in a dimension within your life, and it's within your contract, the contract that you're fulfilling in this lifetime. Okay? But you have to get clear and quiet. It's so important. So we're going to go ahead and close it out with a message from the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. And if you are resonating or you feel guided, you can comment, even if it's just an emoji to let me know you're here, that you've seen this video. And please like the video. And if you wish to, you can share with somebody that you may know that needs this message, or, you know, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these messages. Okay, so yeah, there's something that is trying to communicate with you. We do have the benevolent guide at the back. This is the guide that is always with you. That's been with you since you were born. We all have a guide that's been with us. But there is something that is decaying. Something that you've been stuck on, or maybe you feel like you've been stuck, right? We have the indecision card. We have the garden and the gate. We have the suffering and silence. And then we have a lot of energy about balance. The balance within ourselves. The balance within doing and acting and resting. But we have this mortification card, which is all about death, decay, decomposition. It's about something dying that has been stuck within your energy for quite some time. And then the resin card is on indecision. Resin, as we know, is a sticky substance that molds things. So when we feel stuck, we just want to apply that heat and that pressure a little bit for it to come up to the surface and allow it to release. And as we do that, 22 on the clock, we can allow that to release and then cool down that pressure and allow that even flow of energy, of balance, so we can move through what is dying off, allow it to release, and align with what we need in the future, right? Align with what we need moving forward. So I do have the Virgin's Milk showing up here. This is a card I've only seen come up once before, so I'm going to read it from the book. It's number 40, another 4. This is all about your foundation. 167. Oh, I just turned to the resin page. How funny. I take that as a significant confirmation. So the Virgin's Milk, innocence, naivety, purity. And it's blue. In alchemy, Lac Virginis is a mystical substance supposedly coming from the Virgin's breast. The alchemists ask, how can it be? How can milk come from one not carrying a child? That is precisely the nuanced teaching of the Lac Virginis. When studied as an alchemical concept, it points to a lack of awareness or experience that the alchemists would rather not reveal. Yes, this milky substance is a symbol of purity and innocence, but its shadow side is naivety and even denial. When the Virgin's milk appears, discernment and honesty must be applied to the work. It is something being glossed over, rushed, or presented as perfect. There are likely complexities that need to be addressed so the alchemist can gain the maturity to handle what's next. Patience is the remedy. So I really feel like this is really saying that, it's saying that we have to get in touch with our inner child. We have to allow everything that was to decay, to leave our energy. And the only way we could do that is by getting clear on what that is. And by doing that, we have to go within ourselves to be honest and open and release the identities of what kept us stuck. You know, things that may have wounded us in the past, we have to let that go. We have to allow ourselves to become naive and innocent, like our inner child. Really tapping into inner child work would be significant. If you need help, I can definitely help you through that. If you don't want to work with me or anybody else, you can also look on YouTube and just look up the inner child meditation and just, you know, whatever feels good to you, do that. But it's really important. And this is the work I've been doing lately, and I've noticed that that's why this energy is leaving, right? It's like this, people say they're sick, but I don't feel like I'm sick. I feel like I'm healing, I'm releasing. And so if you can allow this energy to release out of your body, out of your system, and allow yourself to start fresh, start new, looking at the bigger picture, rising up from the fray, you're going to see this clarity. And I really feel like this is like the energy of, you know, the angels coming down. It's like your crown chakra, your third eye, and then your base chakra. So it's allowing things to really move through you so that you can allow this energy to die off, and then you'll be able to get that clarity and that wisdom to move forward in a more aligned way with what it is that you're dreaming. So I hope that this was helpful. I'm sending you guys so much massive love right now. I know how hard this process is. It's very heavy. It's very sticky, right? This resin. But I really do feel like we're at this crossroad point that we've been at for a minute. But, you know, the energy can move quickly, but the physical does not. It takes a while for us to catch up to the energy that's happening. I really do feel like between now and mid-July is going to be very significant for us. I will be amping up my readings a little bit more in order to bring forth more messages. But I'm going to be resting the rest of this weekend. Again, my services are available in the description box below. Again, if you resonate, like this video, comment, and until next time.